Hello everyone, Broken Mike here and welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to this week's episode of BUW. This is episode 228, part 4. Now, with that said, if any of you guys have happened to miss the previous 3 parts, then of course do not forget to head on over and give them a watch. Now, as you can see, we're going to be kicking off our final part of the show with our third and final championship match of the evening. This one will be for the BUW Women's UK Championship. We've of course got the defending champion, Kissable Demon, and she will be defending against the former champion, Kross. But this time, the two will be surrounded by a steel cage. Before we dive into the match action, do remember guys to leave a like for Mike, leave any comments below, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, with all of that being said and out the way, let's dive into the match action.
The following contest is a steel cage match and is for the Women's European Championship.
Here we go. She is ready.
Making her way down to the ring first, the challenger, representing the Iron Lasses, Kross. And Kross looking to make history tonight, looking to become the first ever two-time Women's UK Champion. Kross lost the championship back at the Journey to Gold event due to dubious circumstances. And Kross, who was the second ever UK champion, of course, holds a record for holding it the longest in the newest championship in BUW's history. Of course, the UK title in the women's division only been around since December of last year, and have only seen 3 champions crowned. First being Chelsea, of course, the inaugural champion. We just mentioned Kross. And of course, we've got to talk about her opponent tonight, the current and defending champion. And her opponent, representing Demons by Design, she is the BUW Women's UK Champion, Kissable Demon. So yeah, Kissable Demon winning her first UK Championship back at the Journey to Gold event a couple of weeks ago. And Kissable Demon, who has been on a roll since just before Wrestleverse, has won her last 5 matches. Looking to make it 6 here tonight. Of course, put Kross in her rear view mirror.
Introducing the challenger from Ayr, Scotland, and her opponent from the pits of hell, the Women's European Champion, Kissable Demon.
So we're about to see our third and final championship match of the evening. Earlier on tonight, we saw Leslie Nitro successfully retain her Women's Intercontinental title against Bubbly Zen, while we saw Demon Offspring retain their Tag Team Championship against Too Big Gaming. Will the trend continue? Will Kissable leave the same way she entered? Or will we crown a new champion? So this steel cage match is underway. So the ways to win this steel cage match: by pin, submission, or of course escape the cage with both feet touching the floor. And I do believe this is Kathy Kross's first cage match in BUW. And Kissable Demon, the springboard forearm. A couple of shots to the face from the former world champion. Kissable Demon off the top rope, hits a splash. And Kissable Demon perhaps looking for a submission. There's a submission there. Kissable Demon driving the knees into the back of Kathy, and she's able to counter almost into a pinning predicament. And Kissable gets sent into the cage. Of course, that is perfectly legal in this match. Kissable back up. There's a drop kick. Shoots the half into the cover. Not even a 1 count. Give Kissable credit. She does want to put all her critics to bed by defeating Kathy Kross without any issues. Now there's a ripcord clothesline from Kathy Kross. And off the ropes. Exploder suplex. And Kathy looking to win the championship here. And Kissable able to kick out at 1. The waist lock. Shot to the back. Release suplex. And it's been Kathy Kross for the last couple of minutes. Kissable Demon unable to get anything going. And Kathy looking to scale the cage and climb out. And Kissable Demon holding that arm. And Kissable's got to be quick, otherwise Kathy's going to leave. A 2-time UK champion. And Kissable Demon trying to stop Kathy from climbing over. And she's successful this time. She gets her back in. Oh, face first off the cage. And Kissable Demon perhaps thinking the one-winged demon. Kathy Kross escaping, avoiding disaster. Tilt the world side slam. Oh, look at this from Kross. Kathy Kross is physically imposing. And she's looking to try and scale the cage once more as Kissable barely moving. And Kross, it could be moments away from winning this match. And Kissable back up. Is she too late? No. She's able to stop Kross again. A shot there from Kissable Demon. And again, Kross goes face first off the cage. And a nice takedown from the champion. Oh, and they're slugging it out here. But can you exchange blows with Kathy Kross and come out of it victorious? Can you win a fist fight with Kross? Look how physically imposing she really is. Definitely, in my mind, a future world champion. Kissable Demon. And we're deadlocked. And look at them go. Holy smokes. Deadlocked. Oh, Kissable. Gory bomb. Shoots the half. Will that be enough to retain? Oh, a kick out at one. You've got to be kidding. The shot on the shoulders again. Will she be able to hit it this time? One winged demon, but she's not covering Kross. Well, she is now. And Kissable retains. No controversy this time.
Here is your winner, and still the Women's European Champion, Kissable Demon.
Here is your winner, and still BUW Women's UK Champion, Kissable Demon. So, Kissable Demon 2 in a row over Kathy Kross. This time, there was zero controversy about this one. Kissable Demon beating Kross clean in the middle of the ring. What a match it was, and back to the drawing board for the former UK champion Kathy Kross. But congratulations to Kissable Demon. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. And it will be a tag team match from the men's division. We have got the former global champion, Luke Razorblade, teaming up with the UK champion, Mikey Wilks, representing Carnage Combat Club. And they'll be taking on Davey Joe and Victor Wolfe from the Wolverine Exclusive Society.
Look who's here.
The following contest is a tag match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 456 pounds.
Making their way to the ring first, representing Carnage Combat Club, Luke Razorblade, and the BUW UK champion, Mikey Wilks. So here come 2/3 of Carnage Combat Club set to do battle in this main event. Razorblade, first appearance since losing the Global Championship to longtime friend, Mr. Woos. Mikey Wilks, still the UK champion after successfully retaining last week against Felix. We did see Joseph Conlin earlier on tonight taking on the Intercontinental Champion Nathan Sanders. He fell short in his efforts to defeat Nathan. A huge opportunity here for Wilks and Razorblade to get things back on track for the team.
Better get ready.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 518 pounds.
My sources tell me that
And their opponents, representing the Wolverine Exclusive Society, the team of Davey Joe and Victor Wolfe, the Wolverines. So the Wolverines in action here. The two Wolfe cousins set to take on Luke Razorblade and Mikey Wilks. Things slowly starting to get back to normal service for the WES. Wolfe being the global champion for the third time in his career, and last time out for Davey Joe Wolfe, got the victory over Hunter. And speaking of the Wolverines, they've got to be really proud of Victoria Wolfe, who is now this year's Women's Journey to Gold contract holder. And here we go, this match is underway. Razorblade with some strikes early on. Takes out Razorblade on the ring apron. And there he goes to the floor. Of course, both these teams will want to try and climb the tag team ranks after 2-Bit Gaming's failed effort in becoming champions for a second time. Definitely the Wolfe cousins will surely be having a look at the tag title scene as well. Just like every other tag team. There's a pin attempt from Victor, who came in off the tag, nearly pinning Luke Razorblade. You know, Razorblade, who enjoyed a great run as global champion, held the title for 11 months. But I think he will want his rematch with his old his old buddy, the wise man, Mr. Woos, down the line. But of course, first things first, he's got to try and win this matchup for his team, which will be no easy feat. Oh, Victor got 8 shots before he got pushed off by Mikey Wilks. Standing drop kick takes down Victor Wolfe, who regroups to the outside. We might think one of the Wolverines might want the next shot at the UK title. And the backbreaker from Wilks. And Victor back inside. His cousin calling for a tag. Mikey Wilks cuts him off. Just a 1 count. Victor easily kicking out. Oh, looking for a cheap shot on Davey Joe. That's not a smart move. Shin breaker. The armbar stretch from Victor Wolfe. There's a tag. In comes Davey Joe. And there's a tag to Razorblade. Oh, and there's a boot to the face. Davey Joe, of course, who is still holds the record for the longest reigning champion in BUW history, with holding the US title for 13 months. And of course, he's also enjoyed tag team success in WCC, currently WCC tag team champions with Nathan Sanders. And there's a cover off the Bulldog. And a break up there from Victor Wolfe. And Wilks, who came in off the tag, literally gets flattened by the big man. And Wilks able to turn things back in his team's favour after that cheap shot from Luke Razorblade. And look at this, Davey Joe His head bouncing off the mat countless times. Oh, look out. Spike pile driver. Will it be enough for the win for Carnage Combat Club? Oh, rope break called. Hand on the ropes. Irish whip in the corner. Running Bulldog. And there's a tag. In comes Victor. Victor is a two-time Intercontinental Champion here in BUW. Hasn't held championship gold for a while. And sure would love to get back to championship contention here. As Luke Razorblade is clearing house. There is the Death Rider. There goes Razorblade. Victor calling Luke to his feet. Sent across ringside. Oh, look at this, a roll through into, it looks like a version of the Kimura. And that was absolutely crucial. Victor got out of it as soon as he did, because that definitely would have been critical if he was not able to get out of it as quick as he did. Razorblade sending Victor across ringside. No dice. No clothesline. Takes out Razorblade. Head first off the ring apron. Oh, Victor. Oh, he looked like he's about to be set back inside the ring. To no avail. Oh, and again going back to that Kimura lock. Victor again able to escape. Victor sent across ringside. We know these two know each other very well. Left hands from Razorblade. Back inside. And there's a tag. Here comes Davey Joe Wolfe. And Davey Joe, as he usually does, he does tend to show off a bit too much. And has cost him in the past. And there's a pin attempt. I think Davey Joe did kick out. Takes out the knee of Davey Joe. A knee to the face. Into the corner. The left shoulder being the target now. Running Bulldog again from Luke Razorblade, and I think Davey Joe has been busted open here. Mikey Wilks in off the tag. Whip into the corner. Back elbow. Military press. Look at this. There's a tag. In comes Victor Wolfe. A kick to the midsection. What's Mikey thinking here? Looking for a sunset flip. And the attempt is blocked by Victor. And he's been wrestled down. Victorious crossface. And there's a save from Razorblade. Swinging net breaker from Wilks. Hooks the leg. And just a 2 count for Wilks. What a tag team main event this is shaping out to be. Snap German suplex. Victor back up. You've got to feel that there will be a receipt coming for Wilks if he gets his way and takes him to the suplex kingdom. And Victor with a cheap shot. And he pays for it the second time. Victor Wolfe distracted by Razorblade. And then Wilks comes back in looking to capitalise, doesn't pay off. Victor knew what was happening. There's a tag to his cousin, Davey Joe Wolfe, who I'm sure would love to become tag champions with his cousin. Top rope. There's a splash. And a massive splash at that. Davey Joe gets the near fall. That was really close. Really close for the Wolverines to get the win for the WES. And this could be it. The victorious Deathlock. We saw this earlier in Victoria's match. And it got the same result. It's over. Here are your winners via submission. The Wolverine Exclusive Society. So massive win for the WES for Victor and Davey Joe Wolfe. Davey Joe making the UK champion submit. Not only could that be huge for those two going forward, potentially challenging for a tag title opportunity, but maybe for Davey Joe Wolfe to earn a UK title match against Mikey Wilks down the line. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the coming weeks. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have in fact run out of time for this week's episode. I hope you've all enjoyed it wherever you've been watching. If you have, guys, please do leave a like, share out the channel, subscribe if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. It's always great to meet some new faces, and you're always welcome here on the channel. But anyway, folks, that will do it for this week on BUW. But do make sure to tune in next week as we get ever closer to that all-women's live event Revolution, which comes your way next month. But of course, and between now and then, guys, I will see you all next week for another action-packed episode of BUW. Good night, everybody.